Have you ever wondered what happens in London's West End theatres after the final bow, when the velvet curtains close and the crowds spill out into the night? You might think the buildings fall silent, settling into a quiet slumber until the next day's performance. But you'd be wrong. For those who work behind the scenes, the end of the show is when another kind of performance begins. This is when the theaters truly wake up. Imagine this. The stage is empty, lit only by a single ghost light. An actor, packing up late in their dressing room, hears it. A sound that doesn't belong. Footsteps. Not just a few, but the rhythmic, heavy tread of marching boots. Crossing the stage in perfect, disciplined unison, it sounds like a whole regiment is drilling. Or phantom boots striking the floorboards where, just hours before, dancers had gracefully moved. Some crew members have seen them, just for a fleeting moment. Figures standing in the wings, pale and silent. They're dressed in the mud-caked, sorrow-soaked uniforms of World War I soldiers. Their eyes are hollow, their faces expressionless, as they watch the empty stage with an unnerving stillness. The moment you lock eyes with them, they vanish, dissolving into the shadows as if they were never there. These spectral soldiers are a well-known secret among the theater folk of the West End. It's a phenomenon that chills even the most seasoned performers to the bone. They are believed to be the spirits of young men who once sat in these very seats, laughing and dreaming of the future, before being shipped off to the trenches of France and Belgium. Men who never came home. Their last happy memories were forged here, under the glow of the stage lights, and so their spirits have returned, forever drawn to the place that offered them a final glimpse of joy before the darkness of war consumed them. They are the eternal audience, trapped between the memory of applause and the silence of oblivion. The encounters aren't just limited to sights and sounds. The very atmosphere of the theaters can change in an instant. Dressing rooms, usually warm and filled with the buzz of anticipation, will suddenly become ice cold. A bone-chilling cold that has nothing to do with a draft. Mirrors will fog over as if someone has just breathed on them, even when the room is empty. Doors, securely latched, will slam shut with a startling bang, their echo followed by a faint, disembodied laugh that seems to travel down the empty corridors. It's a laughter that has no source, a sound from another time that ripples into our own. Stage managers and technicians have countless stories. Props that were carefully set for the next day's show are found moved overnight, sometimes just by a few inches, other times to a completely different part of the stage. Lights will flicker and die during an empty afternoon, only to work perfectly again when an electrician checks them. It's as if an unseen prankster is playing games, a ghostly stagehand who refuses to leave their post. Sometimes it's more personal, more direct. Actors waiting in the wings for their cue will hear their own name whispered, a soft, sibilant voice calling to them from the shadows. It's enough to make them freeze, to forget their lines, their hearts pounding with a primal fear. In one particular historic theater, the stories are even more terrifying. Staff refuse to go into the upper balconies alone after dark. They speak of a figure, a headless one, that glides silently through the seats. You don't see it first. You feel it. It's a sudden, crushing weight on your chest, as if the air itself is thickening, growing heavy with an ancient dread. It's a feeling of pure terror that grips you, warning you that you are not alone and that you have trespassed into a space where the living are not welcome. This phantom is said to be the ghost of a man who met a grisly end within the theater's walls centuries ago, forever doomed to wander the place of his demise. So why do these grand, beautiful buildings hold so much sorrow and strange energy? Some people believe that theaters are like emotional sponges. Think about it. For over a century, these walls have absorbed every human emotion imaginable. The soaring joy of a perfect performance, the gut-wrenching grief of a tragedy, the explosive laughter of a comedy. The nervous energy of thousands of performers, and the collective hope and fear of millions in the audience. The buildings themselves remember. They have soaked up the screams, the tears, the applause, and the silence. What people experience now are not just ghosts, but emotional replays. Echoes of the past imprinted onto the very fabric of the building. The stone and wood are replaying the intense moments they have witnessed, long after the living have gone home. Whether these are the lingering souls of soldiers, the echoes of past emotions, or something else entirely. One thing is certain for those who work in the West End. The show never truly ends. Wow. When the audience leaves and the stage lights fade to black, you are not alone. The spirits of the theater are always there, waiting in the darkness. They are the silent observers, the forgotten actors, the eternal audience. They watch from the wings, from the balconies, from the shadows, waiting for the next performance to begin. So the next time you're sitting in a grand London theater, just as the lights go down, take a moment. Look around at the ornate decorations, the deep shadows in the corners, and wonder who or what might be watching the show right alongside you. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the haunted heart of London's theaterland. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tales from the shadows. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had a ghostly experience in a theater. Until next time, stay curious.